Warning. This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
Yo, what's going on? I am Scoots Bronson.
And I am S. Foster.
And you tuned in to another episode of the Viewers Anonymous podcast where we give you takes and reviews of movies and TV straight out of Hollywood. What's going on with you, brother?
Man, I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I can't complain too much, but, just dealing with stupid shit. You know when you get mad at somebody and then when you realize, like, damn, they would have been able to do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I was texting you about the other day. So I dropped the pod this week, for the 28 minutes less. So I'm up here in my zone. I'm talking about 25 minutes, killing it. You know what I'm saying? I get the alert, doorbell. I'm like, who the fuck at the door, man? And so I'm sitting here and I'm trying to just do my pod. Then my son opens up the door, like somebody at the door. I'm like, so I'm sitting here. I thought I could pause it, but it stopped it. So I'm pissed.
Because you got to go all the way over again.
What? That's what I thought. So I'm sitting here like, why the fuck you ain't open the door? And then I realized, fucking alarm system on. He wouldn't have been open the door anyway, because if he did, the fucking alarm would have went off. So I'm like, damn. So I can't even be mad at him. I'm just mad that damn little kid came over here ringing the damn doorbell while I'm doing my damn pot. Right. So I'm like, all right. So I tried to see, when I tried to because I hit the pause thinking that it'll pick back up where it left off. Mm-hmm. It didn't do that. So I'm like, shit. But I'm thinking like, I'm going to have to redo this whole shit. But I'm like, yo, that energy that I had, so I can't do that shit over. So then I got to thinking, you know what I'm saying? I said, just be calm, think for a second. So what I could do is I could save that shit, send that shit to my files, right? Mm-hmm. And then just pick up the second half, just go back, and then when I'm going to my editing, throw that shit in the editing,
there you go.
And then boom. So then I'm sitting here, then I had to keep going back and listening. I had to listen for a whole minute so it wouldn't sound like, you know what I'm saying? So I had to go back, listen. So then I do the second half. So then I go back to the first part to add that. For some odd reason, it cut like the first 30 seconds. So now I gotta go and do the intro over. Mm-hmm. And so this podcast got 3 separate parts.
Hey man. Hey, listen, people really don't understand when we be doing these pods and we be having to edit and it take a lot of work. I tell people this all the time because people ask me, like, when I tell them my pod, you know what I'm saying? They ask me like, oh, I'm thinking about getting into doing the podcast and all the other stuff. I tell them, I say, look, if you could find you somebody who can edit, find you somebody who can edit. If you could find you somebody who know how to record and engineer and do all that, I said, do all that ahead of time. That way you ain't stuck learning how to do it. Because if you got to learn how to do it, I'm telling you now, it's going to be a lot of work. This stuff is not as easy as people think it is.
Yeah, and then I do the whole music joint, so I had to go. I had to go back. I had to put all of those in there, and then I had to redo the intro. Then I had to put all those pieces together. Then I had to add the intro music. Then I had to add all of the background music. And I was like, boy, it took a lot. But like I told you, the finished product, man, I ended up going ham again on the second half, man. I did a whole hour and 11 minutes.
That's what's up.
Solo by my goddamn self. So that's what type of day that was, man. But yeah, that was a long intro. But how you doing, man? How you feeling? Everything good with you?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. Feeling great. I do not have any complaints. You know what I'm saying? Man, just, excited about this week. I'm getting paid this week, so that's the number one thing. And then the second thing, man, is I'm helping my homie, my homegirl out, man. She's she's trying to start a podcast. So I'm gonna be working with her, and I possibly might be on a new pod.
Oh, that's what's up. That's
Yeah,
great
man.
news, man. Well,
Yeah.
okay, so can I ask you this?
What's up?
What type of pod? Could you answer that yet?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah. So it's she basically wants to do kind of a she wants it to, I guess she wants it to be kind of inspirational and motivational, but it's more so just talking about, you know what I'm saying, everyday things. You know what I'm saying? Like we might be talking about sports, and you know what I'm saying, the next episode we may be talking about relationships, and it's a bunch of different things that she wants to cover. And right now we don't have an episode or anything. Like I'm still working on cover art and everything for her. So we just trying to get everything in order. And then we're supposed to be I'm supposed to be having a meeting with her so we can shoot like a little pilot episode so she can kind of get the feel of it, you know what I'm saying, and go through everything. I can get her used to talking and what she should be talking about. You know how it is, those first pod jitters
yeah.
and getting that type of stuff out the way. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm excited about it, man. You know, it's going to be actually my first time producing a pod that isn't mine. So I'll be a part of it, but it won't be mine. So I'm super excited about that because that's what I ultimately want to do. I want to get into, you know what I'm saying, the whole production and everything and all that, you know, so all that type of stuff. So we'll see how it goes, man. But I'm really, really excited about this. Like, this is one of those things that I've been looking forward to doing, especially since I have, you know what I'm saying, the little bit of experience that I do have. I know, you know what I'm saying, what I can do, what I can't do, you know what I'm saying, that type of stuff. I want to really help her be able to also learn those things and, you know what I'm saying, get on the ball with her. So if she does decide to, you know what I'm saying, maybe change a co-host or do something like that, then, you know what I'm saying, she'll be able to do it with some confidence and she'll, you know what I'm saying, know what she's doing. So, yeah, but outside of that, man, I can't wait. It's going to be called Step Into My Office. So right now, that's the working title. Y'all check that out. Y'all keep an eye out for that. You know what I'm saying? It'll be coming very soon. And, man, just make sure y'all show the homie some support, man.
That's what's up, man. That's great news, man. Glad to hear it. Happy for the both of y'all.
Appreciate it.
I think that the more and more our voices out there in these streets,
yeah,
the better, man.
For sure, man. For sure. And there's a chance to, you know what I'm saying, do something different. You know what I mean? Like, even though I will be on there, for me, I'll be more so like I don't know if you do. Have you ever listened to the Colin Cowherd show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Colin,
So like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like when you know how you listen to Cowherd, like mostly it's Cowherd talking, but every now and then, like you know what I'm saying, go to
bring joy in.
Yeah, like now it's J-Mac, but like, you know what I'm saying, every now and then, like him and Joya have a conversation back and forth, stuff like that. So it's kind of going to be like that, where she really just going to get her shit off, and then like I'll be adding little stuff in here and there. So
you'd be like Ed popping up.
Yeah. I mean, you'll still see me, but I'll be the background guy.
Yeah, like Parks.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
For sure. But I'm excited about it, man. I can't wait, man.
Man, I'm glad to hear that, man.
I appreciate it, man. But today, man, we have a great movie for you guys. Continuing the Frightfest. This one is one of my all-time favorite films. I don't know if I put this on my all-time list, but I don't know exactly where I rank it right now. And if I did, I don't know where I ranked it then because I'd have to go back and listen. But this for sure is like one of my favorite movies. This is one of those movies where when I first seen it, I didn't know nothing about this movie. I didn't see a trailer for it or nothing. I just seen the cover. And I was like, yo, this shit look like it's going to be good. And it knocked it out the park for me. So we're going to go ahead and get into the trailer and everything. But y'all already know. I don't know why I do this, bro. Y'all already know. Y'all read the dang on title. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's get into the trailer, bro.
There's only one way out of this chamber, and that's down the pipe. I'm stuck. I can't breathe.
Look, Sarah, you have to calm down. I'm coming back. Okay. saw someone. I saw someone.
No, you heard something and you saw what you wanted to see. It's the dark. It plays tricks on people. Please! Is there anybody there?
What was that?
I told you I saw someone! Our batteries on our lights will run out.
All right. I didn't know that I recorded it that goddamn long. Uh,
Yo, listen, I gotta say this before you get into this. This is literally the first time I've ever seen the trailer.
Me too.
I've
No
never
bullshit.
seen the trailer. I
No
just watched
bullshit.
this movie and I've never seen the trailer. That's
Yeah,
dope.
no
I
bullshit.
definitely would have watched this off the trailer.
Yeah, I will say this though. They damn sure just threw a whole scene of that movie into the trailer though. Like that was the best. That was probably one of the best trailers I've seen. That is also my first time seeing the trailer. Like I said, I've never seen the trailer for this whatsoever. I watched this movie strictly off the cover. And I remember I got it from I bought it at Walmart. I just so happened to be going around Walmart, you know, those days where you go there, you want to cop some movies real quick, get you some popcorn, you know what I'm saying, have a little movie night with the family. And I seen that and I was like, man, let me go ahead and get this. And it was only like $5. You know how that is in the $5 bin. So I throw that in there and then the kids got their movie and then me and the wife or the ex-wife got a, you know what I'm saying, a movie for later on or whatever to watch and chill once the kids go to sleep. And man, what ended up happening was everybody went to sleep except me. And so I was like, well, shit, I'm taking this shit out, put this shit in. And man, I got to watching that shit. And when I tell you I was tuned in, I was glued to the TV, bro. I said, man, this shit is amazing. This is definitely, and it said it in the trailer, like this is definitely a classic horror film for sure.
Yeah, it definitely is, man. For me, I can remember getting this movie as well, man. I had this was the days where for the kids that if we got some young listeners, it used to be a store called Blockbuster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
before it went out.
Yeah, and in the process of it going out, I mean, they kind of knew it. So what they were doing was they were selling movies 2 for $20 and 4 for $20. The 4 for $20s were the movies they was really trying to get rid of those.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 2 for $20s were the more newer movies that they were selling.
Yeah.
So because that's how I saw a lot of movies, man, like in that time period of the 2010 eras. You know what I'm saying? Up in there, because I was just taking the chances on a lot of movies because, you know, I can get them for 4 for $20. You know what I'm saying? That's how I saw like Dead Silence and like shit like that.
Yeah.
So I saw The Descent and man, I put that movie in and I was just like, yo, I was stunned. I was like, yo, I've never heard of this. I don't never remember this being in theaters. And this is one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like,
and then the crazy part is it's a British movie at that. Like, it don't even seem like a British movie.
Yeah. And then they pulled the okie doke on us because in the thing, it says that it was in the Appalachian Mountains in the U.S. They shot that shit in Scotland, my God.
You got me beat because I was about to say Canada.
Nah, it was they filmed some of it in Scotland and they filmed some of it. No. The beginning part where they was in the rafter joint, that was in Scotland. They did that part in the UK. Okay. The cave part was in the UK. But like but yeah, I saw it, man. I was like, yo, this is dope. And I remember doing a horror list. And you know what? I think that was the one that you came on with me when we did the top 10 horror movies on the 28th. And that was in my honorable mention. Yeah. And you even said then, yo, you like, that is a dope ass movie. And this movie's great, man. Like for this movie I could see because it was, you know what I'm saying, a Scottish movie that was probably released in theaters over there.
Yeah.
I just don't see how it didn't translate over here. I do not understand that for the life of me. Because
to me, I think it's one of those ones that it's like I'm trying to think of a horror movie that's like fire, but it ain't like Cabin in the Woods. Even though like Cabin in the Woods had the, you know what I'm saying, the big box office stuff, like even though it don't get the proper, you know what I'm saying, recognition it deserves, it's still a great fucking movie. Like to me, Cabin in the Woods is a great fucking movie. It gives you all the original shit from the slashers. It gives you everything you need as far as horror goes. And then like even to add like the variations of monsters, the premise of the movie, like all that shit, it all comes together and meshes perfectly. But this is definitely one of those ones that the story is good. The man, it's a nice little twist in there that throw you for a loop. Like everything about it's actually two twists in there that throw you for a loop, which threw me the fuck off when I first seen it. But it's just overall it's just a great movie. And then pretty much to give you guys a synopsis, it's four friends. They all corral around one of their friends who ends up losing her husband in I believe it was a car accident.
And her daughter too.
Yeah, her daughter too. And basically they all go climbing and cave exploring and everything else. So they decide to go to get together and explore a cave. And basically once they get so far in the cave, a couple things happen. But in the midst of all that happening, they run into some monsters or some devolved people or whatever they're supposed to be. And they have to fight their way out. And it's basically a great story of survival. Watching this back, what was your thoughts?
Okay, so very first thing, let's get this out of the way.
Mm-hmm. You better talk about how fine Juno was.
I mean, that too.
Okay.
But the first thing I wanted to say was, because us being who we are, we already know, like, that's a situation we're never gonna be in because we never going in no cave. So that's out the way. We're getting that out the way. So boom.
The closest I ever came to this was finding the opening of a sewer, and I went like 3 feet in and then came back out.
Yeah. So like, this has never happened. So I just wanted to get that out there. But yeah, Juno, when I tell you, I think the scene that got me the first time I saw it was when they was in the cabin, like when they woke up, and then she went to go wake everybody up, and she threw that leg up in the air, and she held her leg up. I'm like, okay,
yeah, buddy, I said that's the one. That's the
one. But nah, man, this movie, man, like watching it back, like this is a movie I never get tired of because it really gives you everything that you're looking for in a movie. Like even the side story turned out to be very dope because the side story is what made Sarah, like Sarah had already been through, like even her friend told her when she got stuck, they showed that in the trailer. Yeah. She was like, yo, you've already been, like, the worst thing in your life has already happened to you.
Yep.
So she was like, nothing else can happen worse than that. And that was a goddamn lie.
Yeah.
Because those people that was down there, that was way worse than that fucking car accident.
Yeah.
But the other side story was the fact that, and my man, listen, even though you only had one line in this movie, is I'm fine. That's about it. But I understand. I'm not promoting this, people. I'm just saying the truth got to be said. People, first of all, people cheat every day, B. But I see why he was cheating on Sarah with Juno.
For sure. For sure. Sarah was mid as fuck, wasn't she? Yeah, I get it.
Hey, bud. Juno's something serious, bud.
Yes,
but the fight, but I'm telling you though, don't fuck with her though, bud. It look like Juno will put you down.
Yeah. She hit her in the throat with that little climbing axe.
Man, hold on. Okay, hold on. We got to say that, and I know you are going to agree with me 100%. If we are in a cave, which me and you would never be, but you know what I mean. Right. And she just went through the fight of her life to fight this damn demon off, whatever the hell this damn thing was.
Mm-hmm.
And so you put this thing down finally, and then you got that sixth sense where you feel somebody's behind you,
Mm-hmm.
and you just that's shoot first, ask questions later. Yo, don't sneak up on me after you just seen me in the fight of my life. Say something,
You
yo.
definitely gotta say something like good shit. You definitely gotta say something, my nigga. For
Come
sure.
on, man.
For sure.
I don't blame Juno for that one.
Nah.
I don't blame her for that one. Man, you got to know, man, read the room, yo. I just had the fight of my life. I am paranoid. I don't know how many of these things are down here. And then I just sense that somebody's behind me. Exactly. I'm just turning around. Like I feel your presence. You gotta say something. That's just like the strangers. We did the strangers. Mm-hmm. Why are you sneaking around the house, my guy? Yeah. And that's why you got shot in the face.
Yeah.
So it's like you shoot first, ask questions later. Mm-hmm. I don't blame Juno for that body. I understand why Sarah was pissed because she ended up lying to her about it because she felt that was the best thing to do in that situation. But yo, don't sneak up on me after a situation
I ain't
like
gonna
that.
lie to you. In a moment like that, that ain't even. I'm not agreeing with Sarah, but ain't no real moment to lie about that shit in that moment. Like, hey, she snuck up on me after I got into a fight with the thing and I accidentally killed her. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we got to get the fuck out of here because this shit is fucking us up.
I don't know why she just didn't say that. I mean, I get why they put that in the script, but it's just like, as a common sense type of thing, it's like, yo, it was an honest mistake. Like, in this situation of what we're going through through something that we never dealt with in our life. We're working off of instincts, and I just felt a presence behind me, and I swung first, and I asked questions later. Yo, like,
nigga, do you know how shitty it got to be to you've been going through all these caves, and you get to this one cave, and it just so happened to have blind cannibals. Bruh, come on, man. All you wanted to do was hype your girl up real quick, man. And next thing you know, nigga, it's blind cannibals chasing your shit. Nah, I'm cool, bro. That's why, listen, scary movies, I believe scary movies are made to keep people out of dumbass situations. This is one of those dumbass situations.
Especially, okay, why would one thing that I'm not into is discovering something. Thanks. All right. I'm not trying to discover a cave and name that shit after me. No, my God. Like, I don't give a fuck. If nobody's been down here, and then the part was this is when I would have, like, I think what would have got me was when they was crossing over that one thing and they found, and the girl, which doing a great job scaving across that thing when she was putting the thing up there, she see that one thing hanging there, and she hook it on that, and then they fall, and she rip her hand up and all that type of shit because Juno was trying to show off and keep the rope and do all of that shit. But when they looked at that thing, and they was like, yo, that means somebody was down here. They had to make it out, right? Man, that thing looked like it was from 1798.
Nobody make it out. Nobody make it out. I guarantee you, nobody made it out.
Yeah, and it's like, what makes you think? Because the thing is, it seemed like Sarah, Juno, and Beth, and Rebecca, it seemed like they've done this shit before. But her sister,
it seemed like that's what they did all the time, though.
Yeah, and Sam was Rebecca's sister, and Holly was just, for some odd reason, was Juno's protege. I don't know what she was trying to teach Holly to do, but apparently they wasn't in the shits like they was in the shits.
Right.
And it's just like, okay, if this mountain, not mountain, but if this cave have not been named yet, what makes you think we gonna be the ones to make it out this bitch?
Hey man, listen. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I said, this movie, matter of fact, not this movie, but the movie that reminds me of this is oh man, what's that movie that I did from my what we watching, where they climbed up on the cell phone tower and they got stuck?
Oh
forgot what it was
yeah,
called.
yeah. I forget what it was called though, but I know
But
what you're talking about.
That's what this. That's what that. I mean, this is what that movie reminded me of. Because I'm like, fam, like in the midst of tragedy, I'm telling all my friends, we not exploring nothing. We not going in the woods. We not white water rafting. We're not doing nothing that's considered an extreme sport, or we not doing none of that, bro. We can go to the bar, have a few drinks, and go home. We can do something like that, but we're not doing no adventurous thing so I can get my mind off of the track. No, we can go drink, we can talk about the tragedy, and then that's it. Don't invite me to wall climbing. Don't invite me to none of that shit. I don't want to do nothing that's considered anything as far as an extreme sport. Do you know how much time and lives they could have saved if they would have just found a local bar and just found some dudes to hit on in this movie? Like, come on, man.
Look, I feel you, but we also have to, and this is not a diss at any, you know what I'm saying, capacity. It's just that certain people have certain interests, and sometimes those interests tend to go, you know what I'm saying, and it's not no secret. And like I say, it's not a diss. Like, white people hike. They go in the caves.
Man, just say it. White people tend to do stupid shit.
They swim with sharks.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
dolphins
saying? Like,
and shit.
Yeah, it's just
that's another thing. Don't invite me to swim with no dolphins. I'm not doing that.
Nah. And then, you know what I'm saying, I hear all these stories about dolphins always trying to hunt humans and all this type of shit.
Man, that's not, forget that. I'm not worried about none of that. I'll punch the shit out of dolphins and try to rape me. But I did hear about, it was this one dolphin that I heard about, that because they say that dolphins are like, they go to places that they're familiar with. So like once they go there so many times, you know, they get familiar with it. So it was this one dolphin that was like on the coast of this like island in Hawaii or whatever, and like the people around it, because they seen it, just start fucking with it. So like they was pouring beer and shit in the blowhole, like just fucking with the dolphin, tourists, right? So one time the dolphin out swimming, same dolphin, and these two dudes go out there and try to swim next to it. This motherfucker swim up, hit one dude in the ribs. This motherfucker died because his rib punctures his lung while he's swimming. The other dude, the dolphin attacked as well. He hit him and sent him, like swam him all the way down, like super, super far in the water, and he couldn't come up in time to catch his breath. And he passes out. Luckily, he passed out, floated up to the top, and they came and saved him. But yeah, this is my thing. I don't play with nature, bro. You can't play with nature. This is the perfect example of a movie where you can't play with nature. If you want to go climb a cave or find a rock, go do that shit where it's you know how to get through there. Go do one that's already been done. Don't go to a cave system that you know ain't nobody made it out of yet, or that doesn't have a name. Because that was their whole thing. Like, yo, let's go to this cave system. Let's get out of here, and we're gonna name it after, you know what I'm saying, your daughter and your family. And forget all that.
No. They didn't know until after they got trapped. That's when, because see, the thing is, there are safety precautions, which they mentioned in the movie. They was like, yo, you told the people that we was here, and they know if they don't hear from us for a certain time, they're going to send a search team. And then they asked Juno for the map thing or whatever. And she was like, yo, it ain't going to matter. And she was like, oh, let me guess. She was like, I knew, that lady was like, Rebecca said, I knew something wasn't right. She's like, we ain't in the right cave, are we? She was like, no, this one's never been discovered. And then that's what she was telling Sarah, you know, I figured that we'll do this and we'll name it after you or whatever. And it's just like, yo, like Juno did this shit all off of ego. Juno is pissed off because her side dude died, and she's pissed, and she left Sarah. I knew something was up. Even the first time I watched this movie, sometimes, man, you can just read the room, you can read people. I don't see how Sarah didn't see the shit. Because when they was white water rafting and they pushed Juno off, and then Juno swam, dude helped her up or whatnot. Yeah, and then like just the way he was taking the helmet off, it was just like, hold up, man. Like, you looking at y'all looking at each other like too familiar, you know what I'm saying?
Way too familiar.
And then
especially with the girl there, man.
Yeah, and then like even your daughter there, and you still
that don't really matter.
Yeah, but
Kids don't really know what's going on all the way.
Nah, kids don't. They don't. But then, like, just the way she was crying in that hospital, you're like, yo, yeah, they were fucking. Now you could read that shit. But my
Sarah
thing
thought
is,
she was crying because her daughter. That ain't funny, but it is.
that ain't funny.
Sarah was a fool, man.
Sarah, yeah, but Sarah was tough though. She was tough as nails.
I mean, she was, but come on, bro.
Man, I feel you. But I gotta finish my point. My point is, like, I understand, like, you know, and it's not no diss. It's just that y'all are into more shit, which I appreciate y'all for the shit. Because we wouldn't know nothing about caves if we weren't white people. We wouldn't really know nothing about nature if we weren't white people.
That's
we wouldn't know about
those. Not true.
Man, listen. This is
nature.
what
You don't need white people to tell you about nature. Nature tells you itself. Guess what?
mean,
if a hurricane comes, stay away from the water.
No, I was talking more like the animals in the safari and shit. Like they the ones getting all close to lions and tigers and
even then, I don't know about that one. I mean, they the ones who get eaten. They can tell you about not getting eaten, but I don't know about the rest of it. Yeah,
but I was just meaning like, so I understand them going to a cave. It's just like you had said, go to a cave that's named.
That's what,
go to a cave. Do that. Yeah, go to a cave to where, because like, see, I didn't know about this. I didn't know that you alert certain people. Hey, we're going to this location. Yeah, and if we don't contact y'all by this time, send a search party to come get us. But you're gonna go to a place, and then it's just like, yo, when them rocks fell, you were like, it's
that's how you knew shit was about to get bad.
Yeah, you knew shit was getting bad.
You knew she was going from bad to worse. First and foremost, the fact that the rocks fell and then y'all end up in like the most spacious. The most spacious cave living room of all time, bro. Like that should have let you know it's about to go to shit. I'm talking about you. They look like they was in the lobby of a mansion.
Man, listen, fuck all that. If I'm going into a cave and then you telling me that the only way that I can get in here is I gotta be, you know what I'm saying, 5'4". Above 5 to even fit in the they all of them were thin. Now some of them like Juno has some curves, but like you had to be skinny to even get in the.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not. Ain't no way I'm getting in that cave. I'm not getting nowhere in there.
I'm not squeezing my ass through that. No,
I'm telling you, like I'm not gonna make it. I'm just trying to get in. I'm not gonna be able to get in there at all.
Yeah, man. If it was just the part where they drop down, man, that was cool enough for me.
Hell no, it ain't. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? That shit gave me. That's the part that gave me anxiety. Them dropping it, I'm like, oh, somebody about to fall, man. Starting off like, damn, and they didn't fall. I was like, whoo.
I bet you thought Holly was though that first time when she came down. Holly was coming down full speed, bro.
I'm like, bro, like that was too long of a drop for me.
Nah, I feel you. I was just meaning like if I was, but like I say, everybody had been in that situation except for Sam and Holly, and I would have been like, you know what, this right here, this is cool enough for me. This all I can see.
That's it.
I don't need to crawl through. And then it's like
Juno climb back up and go home.
How the fuck did Juno even know that shit was even there?
Man, ain't no telling. But you don't like that's another thing that I'm saying. Like we don't really know how the cave community is.
Yeah, this is true.
Community is like so. Ain't no telling. Like this might have been a myth in the cave community. Like, hey man, it's this one cave. Ain't nobody touched it yet. Ain't nobody dared to go through it yet. Which we end up finding out later that somebody did. They just didn't make it out because of the blind cannibals.
And then so this is my thing, right? Mm-hmm. So how do you think? Because the thing about these type of movies, like those people, kind of, you know what I'm saying? To me, similar to like the Hill Has Eyes people. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Just like they got these deformities and it's like they just living up in the hills or whatever, creating their own.
The Hill Have Eyes, yes. Like I don't know if these are deformities for these motherfuckers in the descent though. To me, that's like more so of an evolution.
Well, yeah, they adapted to their
Yeah,
environment. Like they had great ears, they couldn't see shit, but like they also couldn't adapt to sunlight, so they had to stay in the cave. So they would
yeah,
really only go out to hunt and bring back either humans or fucking mostly animals, really.
yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, because they
Yo,
had
can
a
you
strict
imagine seeing that motherfucker outside hunting? That's crazy.
man. Listen, and then it's just like even when they say, what I'm saying, we hear shit about Sasquatch is
Hmm.
real, Bigfoot, and all this type shit. Yo, what if these motherfuckers really in these caves?
They can stay their ass there.
the
Tell
great
you
thing
that much
about that
right now.
is the great thing about that is like what I'm saying, you ain't catching me in the woods anyway. You're not catching me
But
nowhere
if
near
they
a cave.
going out and hunting, bro, like that's dangerous. Cause what if they just decide, like, nigga? What if the woods is like close to a neighborhood?
Yeah, because this is the thing, they could come out at night
That's what I'm saying.
because they're just not good to sunlight.
Yeah.
And but like they reminded me of them, but it was just like first of all, they put up the fight of their life because
Mm-hmm.
I think that usually when they was hunting these animals, they was hunting the animals off of hearing. So
Yep.
I don't think the animals really was able to fight back the way that these motherfuckers did. Like it wasn't even really like it's really on the Sarah and Juno.
Yeah.
The rest of these hoes, I mean, I can't blame Beth because no, I blame Beth for getting killed. She got herself killed. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be that ruthless person, y'all. But like I said earlier, don't sneak up on me in a situation like that. You know what I'm saying? Say
Absolutely.
something. You got to make a sound,
Absolutely.
whistle, something. So, but really, Juno and Sarah, they are the ones. All them other girls, they wasn't no scavengers. Like they wasn't fighters like these two girls were. But
Right.
but to me, the turning point for Sarah was because Sarah completely became another person after she had to put Beth down for the count.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't the same no more after that. And like the way she killed the one, you know what I'm saying, at the end when she kept poking that motherfucker in his eyes,
Mm-hmm.
whoo, she wasn't playing. Man, that's
Yo,
another thing. The blood was great in this movie,
no,
by
the
the way.
blood was amazing. And especially when they fell in that big ass pool of blood. This is the question I have.
Okay.
How much of them motherfuckers are down there? You know how much shit there has to be dead down there to be able to have that much blood?
This is very true. But I wonder if was that a because you remember there was water down there.
Yeah.
So I wonder was it just, what I'm saying, that's half blood, half water. Like if that was
Even still, that's still a lot of shit that
yeah,
had to be
yeah.
killed. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, how could they not smell that?
That's a great question. Nobody never complained about the smell though when they were down there.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think it had to be a long time because think about it. If we saw that one hook thing that was from because that girl said this had to be over a century ago. They said nobody used this type of material anymore.
Right.
So these people had to exist the way that this movie go for that long. Like they had to be down there for that long. That's why the cave never been discovered. Is because when people went down there, they never made it out because they ate them.
Yo, let me tell you about getting out that cave. When she got out that cave and she finally came through that little grass shit, and she was like, and then she woke up. Oh my god, you talking about a heartbreaker, bro? Oh,
you didn't want her to get out.
No, I thought she was out of there. I was like, yes, she made it, and then she woke up. I was like, oh damn.
Oh, you talking about that part?
Yeah,
because
at the end.
See, this is the thing about the descent, right? This is what gets me
Mm-hmm.
because the way that it ended, because there was I think 3 or 4 times they show the whole cake thing, and that's when she gets knocked unconscious. She see the whole birthday cake thing, and what confused me about it was at the end, like they showed the cake joint, and you like, damn, she was dreaming, but then in the descent 2, she got out and she went back to go get Juno.
Yeah.
But if you never seen the descent 2 and you only seen 1, you thinking, fuck, she never made it
It's
out.
over
She
with.
dreamed
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
So So yeah, it does have you thinking that she didn't make it out,
Mm-hmm.
but she ended up making it out. And then like, and my thing is like, I know this is not a double feature, but shit, fuck that shit.
Might as well be.
Yo, when she went back and they went back to go get Juno,
Mm-hmm.
and Juno was still like, yo, there was like 15 of them things coming for Juno, and she killed
Told you
all
Juno
of
was a
them.
bad.
Juno, she
She was
fucking
bad, bro.
yo,
She wasn't
Juno.
playing no game. When she fought that one off, I knew right then and there. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the one they got to keep alive. I said, because if they don't keep her alive, they all dead.
Yeah, and they tried to make her like the anti-hero. Like they tried to make her the antagonist because
Yeah.
you looked at her like, oh, you wrong, man. You was fucking Sarah's husband. But
I
then
didn't
it's,
know. You know what I mean?
it was like that's why I say like the side story was good because
Mhm.
it made you not want to root for her because it's just like because the thing is they the way the story goes is Sarah is the victim. Sarah
Yeah.
is the one who went through the traumatic thing. She the one that lost her child, lost her husband in a bad accident. You know, she's talking to Beth, and Beth was like, "Dang, you know, Juno left pretty quick." But then, let me ask you this, and not from a Scoots Bronson perspective,
Okay.
but just from a regular person perspective.
Okay. I do my best.
Beth knew. She didn't say shit.
You know what? I think a couple of them knew though.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, if they
I
all
don't-
hung around each other like that, ain't no. You know how women are, bro. Like they.
But the thing is, okay, but this is my thing. Rebecca and Sam don't come into the picture till after that.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Remember,
that's
it was just three of them white water
Well,
rats.
yeah. So yeah, but yeah. I mean, but even if she knew, like, you really gonna, them both your friends. You got to kind of stay out of that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
I
Like,
felt there, like you don't want to come in between. First and foremost, you don't want to break your friends up, and
yeah,
then second, like you don't want to come in between that because you really don't know what's going to. Like, what if? And this is not a Scoots Bronson take, y'all. This is just I'm just using some logic because you know what I'm saying. This is how some things go. What if you know what I'm saying? They adding her in, adding her in the bedroom every now and then.
see, I was gonna go on a scenario of, and that's wild that you went straight there.
No, I'm just saying it happens.
I mean, it's possible. It's very possible.
Yeah, it happens.
I was more on the thing of like maybe Beth felt like if I go to Sarah and tell her this, Sarah would be like, "Get the fuck out of here." Juno wouldn't do no shit like that, and then she gets mad at her.
And then her and Juno team up on her, and then the whole time Sarah's still stupid. But what I'm saying is, you got to remember that first and foremost, this is a movie from overseas. This isn't a regular American movie. So, like overseas, they be into that type of shit.
I mean, it's very possible. It's very possible, but like I think that those are one of those tricky situations where, like for me, because I've been in this situation before personally, where I know that someone is cheating on my friend. No, not that way. I'm saying like I know that someone's cheating on my friend. No.
I thought you were talking about being added in the bedroom. I'm about to say, hold on, brother.
Nah, I was just meaning like I knew that I knew that my friend was getting cheated on. It was just like, yo, but that's
you got to stay out of it.
Though. Yeah. I feel like that's not my business.
I've also been in that situation, like knowing that my friend's girl. Well, okay, so this is the thing. I've known that my friend has done things, and I know that my friend's girl has done things too.
Yeah.
On two separate occasions. So on one occasion, that friend is married. So I stay out of that. On the other occasion, I did tell my friend because, you know what I'm saying, that's my friend. And I wasn't friends with the other girl. But with the married couple, I'm friends with both of them. And so, like, I can't be like, y'all basically cheating on each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I feel like for Beth, now when Beth told her, I mean, she was on her deathbed, so it's just like, okay, man, I get it now.
Well, I mean, it didn't matter. What was you gonna do?
Yeah, it didn't matter at this point. But then, but she also had proof with the because that necklace thing.
Yeah.
That and then it's like why are you buying, gifts? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that I don't know, man. That's a tough situation, man. I mean, because that's kind of like, when you hear the whole thing of like basically don't shit where you eat type of thing. Like,
Mhm.
don't like don't fuck with somebody like in your apartment building. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, don't
But
fuck
we
with somebody
also,
at work.
the only thing about it is we also never got the backstory of how they got together or how they all became friends and none of that shit. So we don't
True.
know if like he was messing with Juno before her, and then him and Juno broke up. They got together, and then so on and so forth. And then eventually well, what I'm saying, he was just like, damn, I do kind of miss Juno. So him and Juno got to kicking it. Like, we don't know, what I'm saying? Like, we don't know really too much about that whole relationship. So that's what kind of make it seem like, you don't really know. And then the only bad part about it is just the fact that that they're friends. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you would hope that your friend wouldn't do something like that.
And then it was also fucked up because Sarah didn't know at the time what she meant when Juno was like, "Yo, we all lost something in that crash."
Yeah,
Like, come on, that's
yeah.
dirty. But the reason this is so significant, people, if you've never seen this movie, the reason why we went on a 15-minute rant about that shit was the fact of what happened at the very end. But right before the end, um, that's when Rebecca got killed. So
Mm-hmm.
Sarah popped up because Juno was about to be done. Like, one of them things had to drop on Juno. Sarah came out of nowhere, took him out. And then she gave her that stare where she just stood there and just gave her the stare. That's when she asked her the questions about did she see Beth die and all that type shit.
They was
But
also
anyway,
back in the cave living room too.
this is a fact.
Yeah.
And so so then but what makes that whole thing significant is they fought off. There was what you think is like that last, what I'm saying, hurrah before they get
Mm-hmm.
out of there. What I'm saying, they fought off about three or four of these things, and then after Sarah was putting her two thumbs in the eyes of the one thing, she was toying around with it.
Mm-hmm.
She finished first. Juno finally kills her person, and then Juno turned around to Sarah's just standing there with this look, and Sarah had the pick climber
Yep.
joint, and she stuck it in Juno's leg, and you
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, you kind of deserved it.
Nah.
I mean, personally,
Come, fam.
I wanted
You
Juno to get out, but
you
I
gotta
mean,
listen, you gotta get out of that. First and foremost, you need Juno. You need Juno just in
what,
case you get chased down on the way to the exit.
yeah, for them to get hurt.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I mean. That's a Scoots Bronson move. Yo, you
Yeah.
can't. Yeah, that's
If you
why I
gonna do that,
thought
you gotta wait till y'all almost out.
they was almost out. Because remember that what those things were standing there because that's where the light was. That was the
Oh,
way
that's
out.
right. That's right. That's right.
So she was just like, yo, all I gotta do is keep going this direction. Now I'm saying set you up with the okie doke, leave you down here, and then I can get out. So that was the main. Well, she did that mainly because of you was sleeping with my husband and you
Word.
killed Beth. So
She had to get over the Beth shit, man.
yeah,
And
but she
to
did.
me, I feel like she should have got over all that shit. We in the brink of death. We might not make it out this cave. You gonna have to forgive me. I'm sorry. Let it go. Shit. If you don't let it go, it might be a chance that you're gonna be with your husband and your daughter.
True. But I like how the movie gave you that one last like, oh shit, because she slipped and then she
Mm-hmm.
fell down in this hole, and you like, man, you got to be shitting me. Like you
Yeah,
was on your way out and you fucking slip and fall in this thing, then come to find out you can get out that way too. So
that was crazy.
yeah, that was crazy because it ended up being like double entrances. It was
Mm-hmm.
one high and it was one low.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought because when I first seen this movie, like this was one of those movies where I don't say this a lot, but I was I was at the edge of my seat. I remember
Literally,
hearing.
you had
I
to be.
remember. Yeah, I remember hearing this when I was young, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't get the reference when I was young. Like, what the fuck they talking about the edge of my seat? And then like when I got older, and then I actually looked at myself like,
Mhm.
damn, I'm at the edge of my seat. Like,
You know what? I'm a huge proponent on not talking during movies. Like I'm one of
yes.
those people that you cannot talk to me or talk while I'm watching the movie because I will either kick you out or I will stop the movie and wait till you are no longer around to continue watching it. This was the first movie I talked through.
On
That's
the
how
note
good
of,
this movie was.
so like, do you mean like what type of talking? Like
Like
conversational or
if
just
something happened and you'd be like, "Oh shit!" Like shit
yeah,
like that.
that type? Yeah.
Yeah, I was ad libbing during this movie, but I'm one of them people that like I don't talk, I don't do none of that. Like I'm into it, I'm focused, especially when it's a good movie. Like I got to pay attention to what's going on because I don't want to miss nothing. And like if you get to chit chatting and asking questions, and you got to go. I can't do that.
Yeah, I'm like that too, man.
Yeah,
And I was so and like I love my son, love him to death. But like
no, can't do that.
when I watch Halloween Ends for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
he wanted to watch it with me. I'm like, all right, cool. You ain't got school tomorrow, cool. I bet. Dad, why did they do this?
Yeah, you gotta go, man. You gotta go, man. That's
I'm
how my
like,
youngest son. I gotta watch everything because my youngest son he like to watch scary movies too. So like his thing is he'll watch it, but in the middle of watching it, he asks questions. He talk. Dad, did you see that? No. Hey, look, man. Let me watch this movie first, then we can watch
yeah,
it together. If not,
yeah.
bro, we not gonna have a good father-son relationship.
Especially and like I know they just trying to like include you, but it's just like if my head is staring straight at the
Come
TV,
on, fam.
Dad, did you see that?
Come on, man.
Nah.
Come on, man.
Like, yeah, I saw it. What the fuck, man? Start asking me
Yo,
questions.
I love him to death, man, but I just be
Yeah.
sitting there looking at him like, boy, you know how to ruin the movie. Eat the popcorn and be quiet, son. Goodness
Yeah.
gracious, watch what's going on. You don't even know what's going on because you asking me questions.
Yeah, man. This movie, man, is great. And what I liked about it the most, there wasn't like extra writing. Like they didn't do just stupid shit to keep it going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they gave you like basically the two storylines, them in the cave, in that backstory of what Juno was doing to Sarah
Yep.
in the car accident. That was it. Like that's all they gave you. I thought that was brilliant because sometimes I think that people try to do too much or they try to add too many storylines
Yeah, they try to give you too much dialogue.
yeah, and like this was just enough. It seemed like they actually spoke to people who are like hikers and shit like that because it seemed like everything that they was bringing up and everything that was supposed to happen, it seemed like they was on point with that. I just felt like this movie was written well. It was shot well. I love how they did the whole thing because like the movie is pretty much all in dark, pretty much. And then like when Sarah first bust through, like the screen did this thing of like when you first turn the light on, like if you just woke up and you turn the light on, you know how your vision is kind of like blurred for a second. That's what the camera did when she first came through that hole. I don't know if you noticed that. I'm like, yo, that was brilliant. See, I noticed little shit like that, and I think that's what made this movie so great. Was just they got all of the small things right,
and it wasn't a slow burn. That's the best part about it. It's not a slow burn at all because to me, what they do a great job of, especially in the beginning, is they do a great buildup of anticipation. You going into this film, watching this film, knowing that it's supposed to be a horror thriller, you trying to figure out what exactly is going to be the thrill of it all, what's going to be the horror factor of it. And first and foremost, it's two horror factors in this. So this is what I really appreciate about it, right? Because it's the dangers of exploring caves, because that's dangerous within itself. Because me watching this when I first seen it, I'm thinking like, oh shit, they're gonna go in this cave, they're gonna get trapped, and they're gonna die in the cave. Then you see that these evolved people are in this cave and they basically cannibals. You like, oh shit, this adds something totally different to it. So now it make it even that much better because you already know like the cave thing is already at like 100, and then they throw another 100 on top of that with these blind cannibals, and it's like, oh yeah, this is all right. This is all right.
Yeah, they did that thing with this one.
Yeah.
I didn't understand. I don't know if it was because it was a film from overseas, but I mean it's a movie, man. That the rating is good on it. It had 8 wins, 22 nominations. I'm trying to see what I'm trying to put together is okay. So the budget for this movie, we haven't done this in a long time. The budget for this movie was
It's like
3.5
32.
million, right?
Yeah.
Opening weekend, they did 8.9 million. So they got their money back. But the gross was 26 million.
Yeah.
Right? But worldwide, they did 57 million.
It's deserved. It is well deserved.
So, and I feel like it could have done a whole lot more than that because I just do not remember it coming out in the movies over here.
Well, I mean, it did. It was released, I believe, August 4th.
Yes, August 4th, 2006. But
it was already out in Europe. I believe
it was out over there.
Was it 05 or was it 06?
But that's the only release date that I got. It just says August 6th.
Okay.
And it just says the country of origin was the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
But this movie, man, it was. This movie is definitely a hidden gem. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Because I don't even think from the way that you're talking, I think that look, we could do the segment, but I just feel like this is just one of them.
Oh no, this is a 5. This is a 5.
Yeah,
I don't need to do 5 first. This is a 5. This is an instant 5. First and foremost, it doesn't leave anything to be desired. If anything, it leaves you wanting for the second movie. As soon as this gets done, you want to see the second movie. The action is great. The thrills are definitely there. The horror is definitely there. The storyline is amazing. The plot twists are great. The cast, even though we don't really know them, they do a great job in this movie because it's really not a lot of dialogue. It's more so physical and body language that you got to really pay attention to, and they all do a great job of that. And then just like I said, that just the anxiety of from when they went through the little tunnel and Sarah almost got smashed in the tunnel. From that on, everything was just straight go, 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 go. So I appreciated this whole thing. It's a 5 for me.
Yeah, 5 for me as well, man. It really gave you everything that you needed in this type of movie. And even though The Descent 2 wasn't as good as the first one, I just like the continuous story of the fact that they're going down there. And I think that, and I don't remember correctly if they went down there to get Juno or she was just trying to show them like, yo, like there's some shit going on down here.
Yeah.
And then Juno just ended up popping up because I think that, she did assume that Juno was dead. That she didn't make it out of that situation. So, but the crazy part that I don't understand is like, how the fuck did Juno not get out? Like,
I mean, ain't no telling.
I mean, if you fought everybody off, like, how the fuck you didn't get out of there? Sarah got out.
She probably ran off or got away and then forgot to get, forgot the way to get to where she was. Or I mean, that's one of them things where it really ain't no telling on how that played out.
Yeah, but like, man, it's definitely a 5 for me, man. This is a very great movie. They give you everything that you need. And for these women to go down there for what they was going down there for, even though we both agreed we would never be in that type of situation, but
100%.
For it to play out the way it played out, they did their thing with this one, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
they completely did their thing, man. Shout out to what was it, Neil Marshall. Shout out to Neil Marshall. He murdered that shit.
Yeah. All right, well, I guess the only thing left, man, is to coming soon.
Yes, sir.
Let's get into it.
Coming soon to own on video and DVD.
So this coming soon, the next episode is going to be another Frightfest movie. I believe it's the end of the Frightfest, ain't it?
Yeah, that's the end of the Frightfest.
Yeah,
that's
the last movie of the Fright Fest. Damn. Yeah, so this is actually a part of the universe of one of your favorite horror films, the Conjuring universe. This is The Nun. I remember watching this when it first came out. I definitely was into it because first and foremost, this is such an oxymoron. The fact that they have a demonic nun. So I was like, yeah, I got to see what this is about. And I definitely tuned into this one. So yeah, I can't wait to rewatch this one. This one is going to be real good.
I think this will be good for me because I've only watched The Nun once.
Right.
I like the introduction to The Nun. Like I'm more of a component of The Conjuring 2. I thought the way that they brought The Nun in was dope. But see, The Nun is actually giving us the backstory and all of that. And when I watched it, I thought it was cool. And I just kind of left it at that. So it's going to be good to go back and watch it, knowing that, you know what I'm saying, that we're really going to break this shit down.
Yeah.
So, I'm looking forward to going back and watching it for a second time. Because I think, we both know this. You watch a movie one time and you go back that second time, you start to pick up on shit that you didn't catch the first time. So, it's going to be great to catch some things I didn't see the first time.
And then especially knowing that, you know what I'm saying, it's a part of the Conjuring universe and having seen the other Conjuring movies and the movies of the universe, you can kind of, you know what I'm saying, put pieces together and see the little stuff that you missed ahead of time. So that's always going to be fun to do.
Yeah, and they greenlit Conjuring 4. So.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Now, for the article that I read, they said that they presume that Vera and what's his name, Patrick, that they're gonna come back as Lorraine and Ed, which I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, yeah, it don't but they said, but basically the studio have greenlit it. Okay. But I'm pretty sure it would make absolutely no sense for them not to come back as Ed and Lorraine.
I mean, unless especially they just didn't have them in the movie.
Nah, you got to have it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, that's the only way I could see it happening. Like, they would just not have to have them in the movie because you can't replace them. To replace them would be stupid at this point.
Yeah, that'd be stupid. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like I said, there could be more information now. I seen that last week. That it actually got greenlit for Conjuring 4. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that they're going to be coming back. It's probably more of a scheduling type of thing, just where they just kind of got to get all their schedules together, you know what I'm saying, so it all matches up and all that type shit. Which I don't see why it would be a problem. Cause, dude, I don't know why I haven't been seeing Vera in a lot of shit as of late. You know what I'm saying? It's like she's kind of slowing down a little bit.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I really haven't seen Patrick in a lot of shit either, though.
I seen him in one new movie, but even that movie that I saw him in, he didn't have a big role in it.
Okay.
He was in that. Oh my god. Oh man, I cannot remember. It was a Netflix movie where he was drunk. No, it was the space movie thing that we watched.
Moonfall.
Moonfall. Yes, he was in Moonfall.
Yeah.
But
so yeah, you right about that. I forgot all about Moonfall.
But yeah.
And that was one of my what we watching. That's crazy. So listen, guys, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys will stay tuned in. Make sure that you guys watch or listen to the next episode. You are not going to want to miss this. And if you haven't, man, take some time out. If you want to kick back, you know what I'm saying, grab you some covers. You know what I'm saying, get on the couch, watch The Descent 2. You will not be disappointed. And if you like this episode, if you didn't like this episode, if you want to give us a suggestion or anything else, you just want to drop past and say hi, you can do that on our socials on Instagram and Twitter at View9Pod. You can also do that on Facebook at VA Pod Watch Group. You can also find me on Twitter at Scoops Bronson. I have a link tree in the bio. You can find me everywhere else there.
And y'all can find me at S.Foster8 on Instagram and on Twitter at 28 Minutes or Less Pod. That is just on IG. Follow the podcast 28 Minutes or Less on all major platforms. Like I spoke about in the beginning, I dropped the pod the other day. It is Power Book, excuse me, Power Book 3, Raising Canaan. You know what I'm saying? Season 2. Like I said, man, this is one of those situations where I got in my zone. You know what I'm saying? I had to get in my zone twice. Because I had to cut that episode up a lot because I hit that pause button. So, but man, I just basically went through it, man. You know, gave the backstory of Power and how the whole Kanan monster even came about. So, I know you never got into the Power universe, but I'm in it heavy. So, but it was a great season, man. So I pretty much broke that down. So if y'all are interested in that show, even if you're not interested in that show, it's a good fucking pod. So go check that out. Episode 103.
Yes, sir. And also, man, make sure you guys stay on the lookout and stay update with stay out my office. Step into my office pod coming very, very soon. I will keep you guys updated on that. And thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for listening and watching. And remember, you can only watch us on Spotify. Oh man, also I forgot. I don't know why I forgot that. Go check out my new single, man, Passport Trips. It's on all music platforms. It's on Instagram, TikTok, all that. If you want to use it as a sound, do that. It's called Passport Trips by Scoops Bronson. Go check that out. Go listen to that. Please, please, please. Until the next episode, man, thank you guys very, very much. We'll see you then. Like I said, Hollywood, that's a wrap.
Cut.